welcome back. Got another short little video I want to give to you guys real quick because we've been getting a lot of comments about this and people talking about it, whether coming into stream or in the comments on the reroll guide, which you guys have been absolutely blowing up, and I really appreciate that. Hopefully we can continue on this. With that, I wasn't expecting to have to do this so quick because I was not expecting it to blow up. But here we are, and just want to go ahead and let you guys know that this lovely piece of paper here that you kind of are seeing through the ghosting of the webcam thing, I am working on the rest of the guide, and it is coming soon. Hopefully we'll have the first video of that coming out a little bit later this week. So we'll be going with the Ultimate Beginner's Handbook guide. System that we created for Epic 7 will be used here. I've got it kind of laid out and working on finishing up the planning on it because I was not expecting to have to turn it around so fast. But with that said, we want to talk about something because everybody keeps saying, I can't transfer because it's too late. No, it's not. I'm going to put this URL in two places. One, it'll be in the description. Two, it'll be in the pinned comment on this video. So until, and here's the big disclaimer, you can do this until December 21st, 2025. December 21st, 2025. So if you're watching this video after this point, pause and just go immediately watch the reroll guide. There's no more information for you. But until December 21st, 2025, this video is for you, and you do need to do this if you want to save your account. But I'm also going to do something really quick in just a moment after I tell you about how to do it, is if you want to do it or not. So, real quick, this is the official site where you will be able to transfer, and if we scroll down here, you will see some information, and the big important part is the transfer page will be available until December 21st, 2025 at 14:59 UTC, which after transfers will no longer be possible. So until that date right there, you have until then to figure out if you want to transfer your current Outerplanes account or not. So this will be an account code issued specifically to you, and then once it's complete, it cannot be reversed or canceled. You will not be able to continue playing if you do not agree to the service transfer. However, that doesn't mean you can't actually still play. It just means you can't play with that account. Accounts which have requested or received a refund will be restricted from accessing the game. So if you did chargebacks and stuff like that, you will not be able to do so. If you do not complete the transfer within the designated period, your account information and game data cannot be recovered. It's gone forever, like Thanos and his snaps. So do not do that. And guest accounts are not eligible for transfer. Only accounts that have been converted to a stove account are eligible for transfer. So meaning if you were doing a reroll and you never actually linked your account and you left it on the guest account, you cannot transfer this. So you will use this to log into Stove. You'll select the server you're on, and you'll select the character and transfer code. Now, you will have to do this if you have multiples in that reroll guide. We show the Stove forum page, which talks about if you have multiple accounts, you'll have to do a transfer code for each one. So that will be something you'll have to work out if you do have multiple accounts. So the next big thing is, let's just kind of quickly cover if you should or should not do this transfer, because some of you may not be worth doing. And let's kind of identify who that is real quick. So let's say this. Let's say you did start playing and you got one or two random units. Let's first just think about it before you go open your account and all this stuff. Let's hit a couple check marks. Did you pull a Demi-Urge unit at any point in time? Yes or no? All right. Did you pull any limited units at any point in time? Yes or no? Were they duplicated? Yes or no? For any of those. Now, once you've gotten to there, that determines if you do want to do this or not. Why? Is because currently right now is the best time ever to reroll your account and if you want to see why, you can go to the reroll guide, which is on my page, and you can check it out, and you can see us going through all the different currencies and stuff. But basically, in the TLDR, you're going to be given 1,000 tickets, so 100 multis, to pull on the custom banner. So 3 specific units. Each time you get one, you can change it, and you can keep rolling on that indefinitely. You have 400 Call of the Demiurge tickets that you can get to reroll, plus 15,000-ish gems or Aether to pull if you're trying to do a reroll. Now, something else to note is that there will be limited units coming. Right now, there is a current summer limited unit, but she's really not that good, so don't be worried about trying to reroll for her. You should be trying to reroll for something like ML Luna if you are wanting a great start, or Stella or something like that. You should be picking one of the other Demiurges if you're wanting to do that, and then using all your tickets that you're going to be getting. Here's the thing. What I want to show you actually real quick is I'm going to show you 2 accounts. And one of them you have already seen before. So right here is 2 different accounts, and let's see here. Let's make sure that they are correct. So that is the Ultimate Beginner's Handbook account, and this is a test account that I made yesterday to do some work on building the course to make sure that I'm seeing it in the same order you are. Now, in the video, I did not do the 400 summons, but that has 400 summons now burned, and I did 400 summons over here. Now, why this is important is because I want to show you that I haven't even burned half, just a little less than half of the tickets given out, and I want to show you where this account is now. So if we bring up both of these, I want you to look at both hero pages here. And they're going to look similar, but a little bit different because one I've played, one I did not. So if we look over at the test account, this is the one that I was running trying to get all the information for the Ultimate Beginner's Handbook. We were using Luna, Hilde, Valentine, and Nella. Those were just the 4 that I went because I was literally looking at Mage, Knight, Ranger, and a Healer, and I said, screw it, that should be able to clear all content, and we used Luna as the carry, so we slammed more EXP into her so we could have that. But outside of that, these accounts are basically identical. Only 400 pulls. This one's going to have a few extra units because of the content we were doing, and I'll point them out real quick. We have both event units here. So actually it's over here. I'm pointing up because I'm looking at it, but it's over here. So Meanie and Valentine, which by the way, as a quick thing, it is both returning and new players get Meanie for free. Just depends on which one you're on. So Meanie has been gotten, and we also got Veronica, which are the story event units here, as well as we also got Ava, which is right here, which we'll be doing another video on the festival stuff. Actually will be the next video in the Ultimate Beginner's Handbook. We'll be talking about how to get her. It's super easy. You can get her very quickly. But we have the 3 summoned, the 3 like given out units here on this account. So excluding that, look at this. We have a ton of units, and here's how I did this. Every time I got a unit, I replaced it. Didn't matter where it was. The dupes, if there were any dupes gotten, it was from the actual multi-reroll, and we did get a few of those. But just looking through here, we have how many different 3-star units. Does not matter what they are. We're going to exclude the given for frees real quick. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 units here of 3 stars that we didn't actually, or that weren't given to us for free, but 17 in total. Now we look over here at this one, and this was the Ultimate Beginner Handbook one that I decided to send 400 tickets into as well, which is we ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 different 3 stars. Now, you probably remember me saying I was not going to pull for that unit right there. And I've got a great story, and this is kind of why I mean it can be crazy. Is yesterday, I was super hot. I pulled 5 gold sparked pulls in a row. And I said, hold my beer. I went over to this. I'm like, surely it's not going to spark. Click, spark, and she went. So that's now 6 in a row. Okay? Then I go to my main account. Surely this is going to fail. Gold spark again. Number 8 on her banner. Was not her. It was some other unit. I think it was Rowana or something like that. Ended up sparking. I said, screw it. I want to try this one more time. Just one more. I can burn 3,000 Aether and not care. Gold spark, it was her. Then I went on a streak of like 9 in a row, 7, 8, 9 in a row, where I just bombed and they were all blue sparks. But that can tell you that if you get hot, you can get a lot of stuff. So we're only looking at, realistically, 5 units difference in the 2 accounts for 400 tickets in. And, well, this one is 1,500 Aether deeper. But that's just not that big of a deal for 1,500 Aether. But I wanted to show you this so that you can look at this and go, do I really need to transfer? If your account wasn't great, you may be better off just re-rolling. Not that you're not going to have all the stuff we're going to get. And transferring does give you an extra demiurge if you do have it. That is something to consider. But as far as hard re-rolling, because you won't really be able to re-roll in the new account and keep your transfer coupon. So if you're trying to chase a specific demiurge like Luna, if you don't have her, or Stella, or whatever, the one you really want to, we really suggest Luna. You really need to consider a reroll if you want to be able to get it all very cleanly, because 1,000 tickets, 100 multis, I'm 400 in, and I have pretty much every team I need to make to be able to beat most of the game content. And this is what we wanted to do real quick. I want to show you my real account, my day 1 account of Outerplane, and show you realistically what's missing from these two different setups right here. So if we go right here, we have my main account, and the biggest thing you're going to notice is the demiurges. That's it. So remember, my account is frozen in time. I did not play much. After about 6 months, I kind of hard stopped. Checked in, did a little bit, and that's where you're going to see some of these units. You're going to go, but you said, remember, I kind of logged in every now and then and threw some crap out just to see what would happen, all right? Outside of that, my account's pretty hard locked in to like 6-8 months. It's still pretty much an infantile thing. I've actually gained a lot of units just from pulling about 200 tickets. I've gained a lot of units. So this is what we have that you don't have. We have Demiurge Asti, Stella. That was the OG pull of it. And the pity for it. That's what was disgusting. We have Gnosis Dahlia, which this is a limited unit. I don't know where I got this from. I don't know. I know she's limited, but I don't know where she showed up at. But at some point, I pulled her. Then we got lucky pulling for Demiurge Luna, and that is a duel. I pulled 2 in 1. We have Ava from the free event. I pulled Dracon from her banner at some point. And then the only other limited unit in here is going to be the... oh yeah, we pulled her from the transfer selector because that gave me a new one. And then we're looking for, yeah, Ember. From the, like I said, yesterday's for science thing. But if you look at my account, I'm really not that far behind. So here are the limiteds that I don't have. All right. So we don't have the Summer Limited. We don't have her. She's getting a rerun soon, so do keep this in mind. We do not have her, which is another limited. We do not have her. She is getting a rerun for Christmas, which was confirmed by the devs. We do not have the collab characters. I never knew these existed, or I would have probably have been here, but I would have said, screw it, I don't have the currency, and then left anyway. But regardless, we hope that these rerun because we must get Ryu. And then she, I believe, is a limited unit, and she was the last unit, I think, released from before Smilegate did the transfer. But I wanted you to look at this to go, I'm really, on those 2 new accounts, when we go back to these, we're really not that far off. Not in, like, in terms of, like, overall power, we can build pretty much everything we need to build on both of those accounts. And if not, by the time we get the rest of the 1,000 tickets, if I can't pull that, my luck is terrible. But you shouldn't have to have that. At 400, 500, you have, if you were smart about what you did and you just didn't go by cup size, depending on your preference, we're not going to judge. This is a equal plot zone here. Itty bitty, just as the massive mommy milkers, are all appreciated here. So if you're team one or the other, team washboard or team massive pillows, great. You collected either one. Now, that being said, if you kind of pulled based off of what we talked about in the guide, or just already had some information, a friend telling you kind of the major teams, you're in pretty good shape here for a rerolled account kind of fresh start. You're not set back so far back. The biggest thing that you're going to be lacking will be those demi units if you had them. If you did not have them and your luck was trash, you're better off now because you're going to get 3 pretty easily, I'll say. In a loose, you'll get 2. The third one isn't that bad because of all the currencies you're going to be getting, which was not what we had. We struggled to get the currencies when it first started. So you'll be given a lot more, a lot faster, which will get you that 3rd. A service transfer obviously gets you an extra one, but that can kind of make up your reroll, we could say, with the service transfer coupon. So look at it that way. Do you want to reroll and get a brand new start? You're not really missing out on much. Now, if you had the limited units, that sucks. If you didn't have the limited units, or not many of them, it's not that big a deal. You can replace it, especially if you only had like 1 or 2 and they're going to be the ones rerun. Don't really worry about it right now. I would say that's the least of your worries because it's more about getting a good fresh start now. Because would you really tie yourself back because let's say you had, I know she's good, but let's say you did have, the Holy Knight's Blessing Diane. Let's say that was the one you had, and you had her 4-star. Is that worth holding on to a rest of a garbage account that was the only thing you really had? Not really, because they're giving you 6 new units. They're giving you 6 of the hunt units you need for free. Just play the game. They're giving you 1,000 tickets to make up most of all the normal summoned units. And if you do re-roll, you can get 1 ML or 1 demi-urge unit guaranteed right now on a reroll. That's probably better than most of the units you're going to pull on that banner. So look at it that way. Do you really want to do this? It comes down to what do you have, but you have till December 21st, 2025 to figure that out. Now, I always recommend at least transfer it over so you have it. But if you're sitting there going, I really didn't have a good account, I don't think you're in a bad spot to feel bad about wanting to re-roll. That's where we want to really make sure this gets out there for you so that you don't say, I don't want to re-roll because I'm not going to get what I had. Honestly, you're going to get more than what you had. I'm pretty sure if you really didn't give this game a shot in the beginning and you might have got lucky on 1 or 2 pulls, that's not going to justify hanging on to an old account that might be just kind of garbage. Not saying that all the tickets and stuff can't bring you up to the same spot. And there's also the chance of do both. Create a dummy a burner email and give it a shot. Do a reroll, save that account, merge your other account over, give it a shot, do all the pulls, look at them and go, darn, I really like more where I'm here, even though I don't have this. And then just start saving for the next limited units. That's what you really want to do. So hopefully this has helped you out. I'm going to get busy and start working on the What's Next guide, which is going to tell you guys how to get Ava and all that stuff. And basically the heads up for the after reroll, where to go next. And that'll be coming out, like I said, in a couple days. I still want to go over the dev notice just so that you guys I can kind of walk you through what he's talking about from what I remember and what I know is coming. And then we'll try to get that out as soon as possible for the next part of the reroll guide. Until then, if you have any questions, you know where to find me. I'm down in the comments below. And keep doing your thing on YouTube. You guys are amazing, and I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next one.